it doesn't look as though there is anything in this motion that would suggest that Michael Chai is going to be replaced immediately. Changes to the WCA Board of Directors. So, we had the annual meeting the other day. Shout out to everyone who came along for the watch party in my server. It was pretty dry. But it was always going to be dry. Like, there was never going to be anything super outrageous at the actual public part of the board meeting as well. There was a staff meeting after that, directly after, which regular plebs like me weren't allowed to. Staff were, and obviously that's where they do the business stuff that they don't want anyone else knowing about, you know what I mean? But since then, it's all been quiet until yesterday, when we had an announcement from Zain Ali Bezad, apologies, from the WCA communication team, who said the following: Dear WCA community, we are writing to inform you that effective October 21st, 2024, Michael Chai has decided to step down from his position on the WCA Board of Directors. We would like to thank Michael for his contribution to the organisation as a director over the last 16 months. We'll come back to that. The remainder of the board appreciates your patience over the next few months as we consolidate our resources and plan for the future so that we can continue conducting tasks to ensure the operation of our organisation. So, yeah, thank you so much, Michael. Thank you for your service. Appreciate it. Michael Chai has stepped down. So, what do we see here? Well, he stepped down over 16 months. So, after 16 months, so he stepped down early from his position as a director, as a board member on the board of directors. Is that telling? I don't know. Who knows? We're not going to see. It's very unlikely that we're going to see Michael's resignation letter unless he decides to make that public. I don't know. It's not standard board practice to share a board member's resignation letter. I think it would be up to the individual if they wanted to make a statement. I think he's cut his term short, and that's what it is. Again, this is where we're falling foul of my slight lack of prep today, because I haven't been able to go looking for this link. So we're going to go back into the World Cube Association, and we're going to search for board member, okay? Because I'm interested, because I feel like people are going to be, the obvious question is, well, what happens now? Isn't it? What next? Board member, what am I looking for? Election. Board member election. Let's look for that. Posts, I don't really want posts. I think I want regs or something. What's up, Corey? Welcome along. Let's just, it didn't work searching on their site last time, so let's just Google it. How are WCA board members appointed? Here we go. Let's. Oh, we got a couple of things here. Okay, cool. Interesting. Well, this is the board. It doesn't say. Oh, they removed them already. Man, that was quick. Yep. Okay. Sure. There's nothing. It's not telling us anything there. Motion. Directors are appointed. Here we go. Election of directors, everyone. So for everyone wondering, what happens now? I'm going to move the chat out of the way. Oh, that's not the chat. This is the chat. Get out of here. You can go down here for just now, okay? This is August the 1st, 2024. Directors are appointed via an election procedure that is initiated and led by the board of directors. If there are no directors left, the WIC will initiate and lead the election procedure. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's something we looked at. Someone that people were worrying about last time. So, Directors are elected for a term of 24 months and they may be re-elected at the end of their term, subject to eligibility requirements. So there we are. You can be a director more than once. At the start of the election procedure, it will be made clear how many positions in the board of directors are available. All the WCA members with voting rights are eligible to vote. Okay, so the entire voting members of the WCA vote. So we know that. We know, don't we, friends? We know who that is. That's all delegates and all staff. Candidates. Only eligible voters aged 18 or above may be candidates. Oh, so you can't just be a total punter and be a candidate. You have to be staff over 18. Well, you have to be an eligible voter over 18. So you can't just come straight in as a director without having been a staff member or without currently being a staff member. Exception, directors who served 3 consecutive terms leading up to the election cannot be candidates. Okay, there is a cap. There is a cap of 3 terms. I want to know what happens if someone comes out of their term early. So in the school board scenario, that's happened to us. We had a round of elections, someone came on, they were there for 2 months, and then they actually said, actually, I've oversubscribed myself, I don't have time for this, and they stepped back, and we sequestered someone in, or we seconded someone in, or what did we do? Was there a vote? I'm not sure if there was a vote for that person, but they were taken on as a, there's words that I'm not remembering right now. I'm gonna search for, term. The 6. Okay, that's determined. So what I'm looking for is like, what happens if someone steps down before their term's up? Do they replace them with someone immediately, or do we just wait for the next round? If there are fewer candidates than the number of available positions, the maximum number of fulfilled director positions will be equal to the number of candidates. Must apply. Interestingly enough, in here, there's no provision for anything other than experience in this part as well. Just going back to what we were talking about earlier on, there's no like police or character checks, which is an issue, I think. Not that I'm saying anyone on the board is sus or anything like that. I'm just saying that as general practice, we should have character checks, police check, vetting, like stuff like that, because there are so many young people in cubing. All right, that's what I'm saying. I cannot see anything here about someone. I don't think they're going to replace Michael Chai until all the board are voted for, it looks like. So, I do not have the knowledge to say whether this has happened before or not. I don't know. It doesn't look as though there is anything in this motion that would suggest that Michael Chai is going to be replaced immediately. So, does that answer your question that you didn't ask about what happens now? It looks like the WCA board will roll. If he's resigned after 16 months. How many more months do we need? We need 8 more months. So 8 months from now. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So June next year-ish is when we'll be seeing board elections, assuming everyone came on at the same time. If they're smart, it would be staggered. I'd like to think it's staggered start times. What that means is you have half the board elected 1 year, then 12 months later, half the board are re-elected, 12 months later, half the board are re-elected. Again, that's what we do in this as part of a school board, so that you don't have a completely new board coming in, because that's not good. That's not good if you just replace a board. That is very, very disruptive and very, very bad for an organization. So hopefully they do have something there that says that they don't have everyone bailing at the same time or everyone getting replaced at the same time, because that would be a little bit troublesome. But anyway, to summarize, what has happened is Michael Chai has stepped down. From a brief look at the motion around electing board members, it doesn't look like they will be in a rush to replace Michael. I'm not sure exactly what his exact responsibilities were. He wasn't the operations person, was he? No, that's Ethan. Ethan's the executive director. Secretary, vice chair. So Kerry and Nick are sharing chairperson responsibilities. Was Michael Chai the chair? Because that would be sketchy, but I don't know. So let's not go down that road. Facts, Michael. Facts. Michael Chai has stepped down as a board member, cutting his term short by 8 months. That is the fact. That is what we've seen. There is no provision for them to replace him in a hurry, so we can expect to see the next round of voting, which I imagine will be in June 2025-ish, just based on how much of his term he's served. That's the end of my cool story about that, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you want to see more. I stream once a week and I release videos pretty much every day. Also, use code CUBECAST to save 5% at speedcubeshop.com, Cubing Life Academy, speedcube.nz, lastlayercubing.com. Have fun, solve cubes, and I'll catch you in the next one.